Hello and welcome, Brook Tree. It is September 2nd, 2020. So the painting, almost all of it's done. It's just punch list items now. Little things on the punch list, of course, will be, touch up like this. Something like that will be touch up. Punch list. Something like this, if that's going to be gray or if that stays red. They weren't sure. Punch list like finishing the final coat. It's built out at 95%. The last 5% is the skim coat on that stucco. The boards and battens to finish up the railing, as you can see back here, is not done. We don't have the battens in or the pickets. It's the same material. We won't have it in until hopefully next week, and that's due to everybody being overbooked. This will get stucco up top. As you can see, we have the paper and the mesh to do the work. That'll be done next. The rail, there again, all pickets and rail will be done, but they won't be done until we have the material. This has been leveled. It was it's within 1/8 of an inch. So the post will go in. That's the only post left. The other posts on building D were completed. Punch work here. The stain on the upper walkway, first coat is completed. So now for everyone that's building A, we'll do next Tuesday. So I believe that's the 8th. So next Tuesday, the 8th, will be building A, building B Wednesday, building C Thursday, building D Friday. And that way we have access to all the units punch list, including cutting in the front door, will be done at that time. Here, as you can see, we have all the material. Getting ready to skim coat that as well. The upper deck, walkways, first coat is down. It is a 2-coat process, so know that it's 2 coats going down for stain. 2 coats. That way they can come back, see what they missed, grind out the little uneven areas, little catches, little bullnose areas, and they'll get it all reconciled by the final pass. So walkways, first coat, there again, coming all the way through. See how they came through, bullnosed it a little bit more because we weren't quite satisfied with the cut in. All the in between the battens has been cut in. All the punch work in here except for the railing, of course waiting for the battens. They cut in all the trim work. We have one more piece of quarter round on that back wall to go in. Of course there's no backing, so we had to do it a tricky way. But this is all done, as you can see, first coat. A lot of touch up going all the way down. Jess and them did a great job. That floor doesn't drain. We did put some drainage in there. We did run a small snake, but we need a bigger snake. It's not really on the change order list, but happy to do a few extras. Going through. So all the paint, of course, that we build out for on all buildings, the majority is done except for the punch list items and some of the cut-in or punch list items within the interior of the units. So every homeowner needs to let us know what's missing so that we can reconcile it by next week. As you can see, Jay up there, master carpenter, going at it, finishing off D stairwell. Now, D stairwell had to be completely torn off. So that was a change order, but we didn't charge for it. So you're welcome, but we did charge for the other one. You can see everything done correctly, blocked, sloped. You can see the 1.5 inch slope there. Going down, that's your 1%. Of course, flush with the exterior. Ledger, lagged on with 5-inch lags. Hitting each stud 3.5 inches. Going through here, punch list, all these battens, cutting in, sanding, extensive work, especially when you have an aged project like this. What happens is the wood is so old, it literally turns to fur. So we're working on that, but it's getting there, but it's a lot of work. And then this is going on today, Wednesday, September 2nd. As you can see, the crew down here going through anything that wasn't done perfectly on the 2 passes. Jessica and Alan are taking the time to detail out. It's our detail crew, so good work.
Howdy.
Fur, and that's literally, that's sawdust, right?
This here?
Right, Al?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Is that a bird?
This is sawdust right here.
Is that a bird?
And then, of course, going down, they punched all this out, done a great job of getting all this prepped and completed for the final pass. As you can see, all the SDS. Boom, 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 boom. And then you can see the rims connectors. That's a rims that pulls in the rim. Backside, you can see that's attached to the joist, and then that pulls the rims connector in, and then we literally use a wrench to tighten it with an impact wrench, and that sucks up all that railing nice and flush. And then, of course, the SDS screws on the pickets pull it all back in and make it structurally sound. Now, pardon me, our final stairwell over here, they insulated all of that area that looks flat without batten. They insulated it, then they put on fire rock, which is sheetrock that's fire retardant. Then they put on Tyvek. Then they put on their 1/4 inch sheathing, which is board and batten. They consider this board, and then those are battens. And I know it's not a board, but that's an old school way. Back in the day, it used to just be a board, which was a 2x12, and then a batten to cover each one of your seams to keep water from water intrusion or water from getting into the building. Now we just use big sheets, and then we add battens on all the cracks or seams where they tie in together, as well as on the interior of the sheeting to give it an aesthetic. But this is all sheeted, that was all blocked. This had to be, of course, completely torn off, including all the back ledger. Originally, it was only supposed to have 2 little cantilevers installed, and then a couple joists on the end. We had to tear the whole thing off because it was rotten wood. Other issues as well, it wasn't done correctly, and there's no slope, but that's fine. We beefed it up, and the engineer is happy. So that's where we're at. That's your update here. I'm sorry I could not make your call, but from here forward, this is how your inspections will go. Regarding the electrician, he'll be here as soon as you have all your fixtures on site and ready to go. Plus, we have to finish our last stairwell today. Then we'll be ready for him tomorrow. So please get your fixtures done. Regarding your framing inspection, we'll be ready for a framing inspection likely. Book it for Thursday for Friday of this week, which I believe is the 4th or the 4th, yeah. So 4th or right after Labor Day, that'll be your framing inspection. Any other inspections that are outgoing will need to get done at that time. Rims, Sims, and all the other connectors, A44s, there's a few punch items, but not many. Most of it's all done. And then regarding your interior work, your interior punch list, I'll know by the end of this week what I can and cannot do for you. And regarding your chases or your fire stacks, your smoky stacks, some of them were not painted. That is not on our list of things to paint. We were only supposed to paint gray and trim out the base. Happy to do it, but it's a punch list item. We can just do T&M. If you have any other questions, please feel free to text me at 303-332-9791. You know how to contact me. And thank you. That's your update for draw number 3.